Continuing on with the new Schiller's list of Jewish nepotism, Zionist Masonic nepotism, because they own pretty much everything across the Western world, all the corporations, etc., especially the ones identifying themselves with blue and red logos. The scope for their nepotism is vast, and this makes it extremely unfair on the Goyim, the Gentiles, the non-Khazar tribe, Turkish tribe, people like me and probably you. So, here we go, Butler. Now, it's not an obvious one, is it? Jewish surname Butler. But, yeah, it has to be, doesn't it? Gerard Butler, throwing up the Baphomet here. Man who talks out the side of his mouth. As you can see, actually, here, you can see it at the side of his mouth. Yeah, that's what he really means. It's up yours, Goyim. Right, moving on swiftly. Swiftly, there's another one, isn't it? Taylor Swift, another Jewish surname. Butcher, Busick. Busey, of course, Busey. No doubt that'll turn up. Gary Busey, etc. Bush, I told you, Bush with an E on the end or just Bush. It's a German Jewish surname, right? So, there you are, the Bushes. This is the call boys at the White House, of course. Yes, yes. What did the Bush say? If the public knew what we got up to, they'd lynch us. Okay, moving on. Bush. Burroughs. Edgar Rice. Oh, there, yes, Burroughs. Look, there we are. Edgar Rice Burroughs. You see, all the literary people that have been hailed as being the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yeah, just Jewish. Burns. Edward Burns. Burke. Trevor Burke. Yep, better look him up. Unless I've got the name wrong, but Trevor Burke. Come on, there is a Trevor Burke in the media. I know there is. Whatever. Carry on. Doesn't matter. Birchall, Bunton. Emma Bunton. Yep, that's one worth putting in. Ignore the blonde hair. Jewish. Emma Bunton, of course. Had to be. Bull hit. Twig, Budry, Dansky. Jeff Buckley. Yeah, the guy that was supposed to have died. Buckley, another Jewish name. There you go. Two Buckleys there. Travis Bickle, wasn't it, from the Taxi Driver? There's Buckle. Now, Buchsbaum, the old tree, Yiddish tree, the baum. Buchanan, Bridges. Well, come on, that's a big one, isn't it? Which one do you want to call? Jeff Bridges, Bo Bridges, or their father, who... They're all talented. That's a talented family, I'll give them that. They could all act. Yeah. The Bridges. Bridges of Madison County. Yeah. Yeah, Bridges, Jewish surname, of course. Bryce Howard, that rings a bell. Isn't that the one? Yeah, that's the Redmayne from Trevor Howard's daughter. something Bryce, Dallas Bryce Howard. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's something like that. The rather thick red mane, yes, there she is. Red all over the place with her, of course. She's a Khazar Turk. But, okay. Brian Brush, Basil Brush, you know, it just, all these surnames go into the media in one way or the other. Emily Blunt, I bet that's going to come up. Brunt is already there. Emily Blunt. Branson, got you, finally got you. That's the big one. Branson. Got you. Richard Branson is Richard Brunson. Just a slight. I told you that wasn't his real name. It's a slight change. Only a slight change on his real name. Yeah. Brunson, Jewish. Well, of course, 150 billion%. Yeah. Gay Freemason, as they all are. There you go. Brunson, a whole bunch of them. I bet there's a Branson as well as we go up. Bruce, you wouldn't think that Bruce, the Scottish kind of surname Bruce. Emily Browning. Yeah. She looked good when she was younger, but now she just looks like a freak. It's the predictive programming movie for the whole thing. Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate psyops. Yeah. So there's your Browning. There you go. Edward and Mrs. Brown, was that? Yeah, well, look, Brown. It's Jewish surname. Esther Winkler Brown. Sybil Brown, that's Cybele Brown, isn't it? Lots of Browns, yeah. Werner von Braun, he had to be Jewish, didn't he? Werner von Braun. Yiddish Jewish. Yep. Of the tribe. Brothers. Now, there's here now, that's the one I was wanting to come to. Brooks. It was Dale that just reminded me of the Spencer for Hire. Spencer? Huh? Spencer Churchill. Right? Lady Diana Spencer, Jewish name. Marx and Spencer. Karl Marx and Spencer. Right? Spencer for Hire, starring Robert Urich, who sadly died. And Avery Brooks. Brooks, and he also starred in a film called A Man Called Hawk, Seattle Seahawks, but it's Bird, because he's Avery Brooks, do you understand? Avery Brooks is Aviary Brooks, right? Birdhouse, or birdcage. So it's double with him. And Brooks, his dad must have been a Jewish Brooks. He's half and half. That's how he got in there, you know, Mr. Deep Space Nine. Aviary Brooks, right? You get it? Clever. Well, let's see his name. There you are. See? Aviary Brooks. I-A-R-Y. Brooks as Hawk. So it's bird, Khazar, Jewish father. There you go. Brooks brothers. Emily Bronstein, something like that. Another author. Bronson, Charles Bronson. Ah, gee, that's a big one as well. Well, it had to be though, didn't it? Had to be. Charles Bronson himself. Oh, he was a mix, but you know what was in that mix. Of course you do. Khazar. Otherwise he wouldn't have been on the big screen so much, huh? Of course he wouldn't. Bronner, don't know that one. Bronfman, Broglio, Brody. Now you see, Adrian Brody with his massive Khazar nose. Ah, the prime of Miss Jean Brodie. Yes, classic film, classic film. Jean Brodie. There you go. And that's Dame, what's her name again? It's funny how it doesn't put her name front and centre. It should do. There she is. Redmayne. Still hasn't given her name. What's her name? Dame Maggie Smith. Yeah, I wonder if that's her real name, eh? Redmayne. Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. About delusion. And there's that other film about delusion, Blue Jasmine by Woody Allen. You know, I've seen that film. It's all about self-delusion, and of course that's the area of cognitive dissonance. How this woman just completely deludes herself, and it's really a remake of The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. Brodie, Jewish name. Khazar, Jewish, Redmayne. Dame Maggie Smith. You only get to be a dame if you are a member of the Order of Solomon. In her case, the Order of the Eastern Star Lesbian Lodge.